Guadalajara, Mexico, number 3, Juan Pablo Liano. A senior defender from Yeovil, Somerset, England, number 4, Cormac Pike. A graduate student midfielder from Värmdö, Sweden, number 5, Viggo Sjöberg. A junior midfielder from Maple, Ontario, Canada, number 8, Joseph Stauchetti. A junior forward from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, number 9, Alex Merrick. A junior forward from Holon, Israel, number 14, Raz Amir. A freshman forward from Auckland, New Zealand, number 17, Kaya Rangahata. A senior defender from Maple, Ontario, Canada, number 21, Daniel Raimondo. A senior midfielder from Union, New Jersey, number 23, Alex Oliveira. Starting goal today for the Stags, a junior from Clifton, Virginia, number 24, James Anderson. The head coach of the Stags is Carl Reese, and assisted by Javier Decima and Johnny Raj. And now the starting lineup for your Niagara Purple Eagles. A sophomore defender from Vaughan, Ontario, Canada, number 2, Emmanuel Ogafuna. A senior forward from Miami, Florida, number 4, Jason Ripa. A junior midfielder from Berlin, Germany, number 6, Furkan Yildirim. A senior midfielder from Godfrey, Illinois, number 7, Stephen Hassey. A sophomore midfielder from Marysville, Ontario, Canada, number 8, Cameron Roach. A junior midfielder from Lackawanna, New York, number 10, Ali Elamari. A senior forward from Lisbon, Portugal, number 14, Rodrigo Almeida. Junior forward from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, number 19, Asher Farr. A graduate student defender from Barrie, Ontario, Canada, number 21, Jordan Acevedo. A freshman defender from Valencia, Spain, number 24, Alberto Sanchez Cervera. And starting the goal today for your Purple Eagles, a senior from Amherstburg, Ontario, Canada, number 1, Josh Simone. In his 7th season, the head coach of Niagara is Bill Boyle, and he's assisted by Dave Hash and Matt LaFoida. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring America as we celebrate our freedom and those who protect it. Please rise and remove your hands for playing the Canadian and United States national anthems.
good afternoon, and welcome to Lewiston, New York, as we are ready for another spectacular MAC matchup. On the men's soccer side of things, it's the Fairfield Stags coming into town to take on the Niagara University Purple Eagles. It's two teams with aspirations of finishing atop the table in the MAC. They'll need a victory here today to achieve those goals. The Purple Eagles wearing the white uniforms with black shorts and white socks, and they are set to defend their home turf. Fairfield wearing the away all-red uniforms with white numerals, just about ready to go. It's a majestic autumn day here in western New York. Temperatures in the high 60s, but there is a stiff breeze going from right to left on your screen, so the team that will be headed in that direction to our broadcast left will have the wind advantage at their back when attacking in that direction, and that could play a difference, especially in the second half. If you know that you're down, you can use the long ball more effectively because of this breeze. The Purple Eagles will be having the breeze at their back for half number one. It'll be Fairfield when they swap that will get that advantage. The Purple Eagles come in without a couple of their heavy hitters, as they will not have in the lineup Gabriel McKenna or New Kelly Bowe for this one. Two huge contributors for the Purple Eagles this year. McKenna has 5 goals, and he's a center back. He's been outstanding both defensively and offensively. Bowe has 2 goals and 2 assists, so the Purple Eagles are looking for others to step up in this very big matchup. For Fairfield coming in, Raz Amir, 5 goals to go along with 5 assists for 15 points. Next closest one is Alex Oliveira with 4 goals, as the senior midfielder has been able to find the back frequently this season. In goal, the story of 2 very good goalkeepers, including the reigning Defensive Player of the Week in the MAC, and James Anderson. He's gone the distance. Every second played this season, James Anderson has been in the goalkeeper position for Fairfield. 1,260 minutes played, 26 goals against, so 1.86 goals against, with 56 saves made and a save percentage of 68.3. His record is 7-7, and he has 5 clean sheets. Alamari is looking to test him early with the ball. Almeida going to save it from going out for a goal kick as the Purple Eagles take it out wide. The attempted cross is going to be swiped out defensively by Pablo Liano. On the other side for the Purple Eagles, the senior captain in the start at goalkeeper, and that is Josh Savoni. This will be his 12th appearance made this season, closing in on 1,000 minutes with 15 goals against and a 1.36 goals against average. He has 31 saves made this season, does Savoni. Save percentage at 67.4. He's 3-5-3 with 3 clean sheets this year, as 2 teams very close statistically in record. It promises to be a knockout, drag-out affair. These 2 teams last saw each other last year in the postseason on this very field, and Fairfield able to come in and get the victory as the 6th seed during the MAC championships. And speaking of those, they're just around the corner as they get set to get going on November 6th. Purple Eagles, a little bit of a different look to their lineup today, as their middle defenders will be Jason Repine, Jordan Acevedo, and Emmanuel Obafuna. Still have Stephen Hasse and Alberto Sanchez Severa working the wings. That when they're attacking, they'll help join that attack. It's a very similar formation that Fairfield deploys, so 2 similar looks going at each other today. Obafuna, we know he's got a good arm. We've seen him use it as a weapon, but he launched that thing downfield into the attacking third. But Fairfield set to defend, and they'll send it back to Anderson. Puts it high in the air, but there's the wind. Knocked it straight down. But Fairfield able to get to the 50-50 ball as they control. Remoto trying to advance. Tackle is clean, says the official. Play on. And the Purple Eagles have it with the back line. Hasse to Alamarty. Able to get his footing back to get it to Hasse once more. Alamari going for the cross, bending, but it's going to take it over the end line for a goal kick. It was a good week for Fairfield as James Anderson got that Defensive Player of the Week as he made 7 saves and 2 clean sheet efforts. First on the 12th of October, Fairfield able to get a 1-0 win at home against St. Peter's. And then they followed it up with another clean sheet effort on the 15th in their last outing against the Canisius Golden Griffs, also at home, in a 2-0 win. Purple Eagles were sitting atop of the conference up until their last outing, in which they suffered their first defeat in conference play when they lost to Iona by a 2-1 count. Previous to that, they were 3-0-2 in conference play. And that's what sets up this big matchup today. Purple Eagles with 11 points, Stags with 9. Both teams trying to vie for that home playoff game. Stags looking to counter here quickly as Marin leaves it. Amir gets the return pass. Now trying to dish it to the wing. Purple Eagles have that lane closed down, and Alamari will send it on its way. Asher Barnes looking to press the back end and pike, and it ends up going out for a throw-in. It was a tough defeat for the Purple Eagles against Iona, and they thought they had a really good first 20 minutes of play and dominated the possession and the chances, but they weren't able to sustain that for the full 90. There's a couple of defensive lapses on the afternoon, ended up costing them. Rodrigo Almeida was the lone goal scorer for the Purple Eagles. Gives them 6 on the season, to go along with 3 helpers for 15 points. This one up the middle. Salt works it back. Leveda trying to advance, but Volker Yildirim will be guilty of that foul and a free kick now and a set piece just on the perimeter of the attacking third. But the Stags, rather than using a set piece, go to the quick restart. Purple Eagles had to spring back into formation after that, but they've gathered themselves to defend against this push to the far side. That's going to go out for a Niagara throw-in. Another tackle in the midfield that sees a Stag go down, but the play carries on as the official said it was done cleanly. Obifuna with that long throw. Stags, though, well positioned to handle that as they'll push it back to Anderson. 5 total clean sheets for James Anderson to go along with the award that he received after last week is the Defensive Player of the Year. Has been very good in conference play as Anderson is the Stags trying to attack the 18-yard attempted cross. Acevedo there to clear his line. It'll be a throw-in for the Stags. Here comes the throw-in that they're going to attempt to push into the penalty area. Yildirim's there for the Purple Eagles to send it high in the air. Barnes able to fend off that tackle attack. Almeida trying to advance it as he goes to the perimeter. Alamari finds that pass. Now the through ball to Barnes. Barnes looking for the low cross. That one's taken away, but we'll have our first corner of the outing as Niagara's going to get a chance from that far side. These two goalkeepers very evenly matched as they come in 6th and 7th in the goal against average category in the conference, with Savoni holding 6th and Anderson 7th. Anderson, though, has made the greater amount of saves due to that extended playing time. Again, has played every minute of action, and he's set to face this corner from Hasse. Almeida went up looking for it. Did it deflect? The assistant referee says no, it did not go off a Fairfield Stag, so it will be a goal kick. Continue with the similarity between these goalkeepers. They see about the same number of shots per game as they're 7 and 8 in conference in that category. Anderson making about 4 saves a game. Savoni just under 3. And it hasn't been the volume that the Purple Eagles have conceded, but when they've had a lapse, it's been in a dangerous location. And it's allowed teams to get grade A opportunities and then been able to take advantage as they're so good in executing their game plan, but just a momentary lapse sometimes has cost them along the way, particularly against that game against Ryder in their last outing. Daniel Raimondo set to throw this one in. Climbing the back of Almeida was Pablo Liano. He'll draw the foul. Acevedo directing traffic before he lets loose on this. It's a driving ball towards the 18-yard, headed down at the last second, though, as Schorgsberg was able to take care of that. Anderson's going to take this one, pick it up. Both teams, again, settling into this back formation. See a lot of 5 wide on the field today, making it very difficult for any of these teams to find the seams. But Acevedo's going to send one through as Almeida's in full stride, trying to beat his man Raimondo to the ball. Gets a touch. It goes over the end line. Well played by the fullback on that one by the Stags to get that goal kick. But you see the speed of Almeida, which makes him such a threat every time he's chasing down one of those. These two teams locking horns on the women's side of thing as well today, and what is a massive matchup with MAC championship implications written all over it. That happening in Fairfield today. They're just early on in half number 2 with Fairfield leading by a 2-1 count. Stags had a 1-0 advantage before the Purple Eagles were able to even things up as Maya McLean got her first of the year, but the Stags just before the half were able to reclaim their advantage. Roach sent that one forward. Another foul in terms of climbing the back is trying to get to it was Daniel Raimondo one more time, and now the Purple Eagles have an opportunity, especially with the breeze, to put this in a dangerous location if they choose to do so. So you see Stephen Hasse standing over this. He'll be set to deliver 8 assists this year for number 7. Hoping to add to his total here if he can put it in a good location, but he lost his footing. Takes a bounce into the 18-yard. Still free. Almeida's attempt as he was able to volley that one out of the air. Purple Eagles will get their second corner of the half. And Hasse will head on over to take that, and unfortunate on that free kick that lost his footing. but Niagara was still able to make something of it, and they end up getting this corner kick. 7 players inside the 18-yard for Niagara. Now Alamari will come out wide to make it 6. This is a low driving effort from the corner. No one's going to find that on the far post, though. It'll go out. And a goal kick again for Fairfield. We are 13 minutes into this first half. A terrific crowd on hand, considering the conditions. Fairfield has to feel a little bit lucky coming into Western New York in late October and getting themselves a mid-60s sunny day with not a cloud in sight. Fairfield brought a good contingency of fans with them as well. A lot of players grew up just over the border here, and a lot of those families from Ontario able to make the action today. That was a 50-50 ball for a while until Acevedo finally got rid of it. Now Almeida trying to attack the back line, but he's guilty of a little bit too much contact, pleading that the same was done to him. But the attacker for the Purple Eagles is guilty of the foul. Just received an update on the women's side of this rivalry. Purple Eagles able to tie things up at 2 in the second half. As things interesting in Connecticut. Asher Barnes trying to chase this one down, but it'll elude him and go over the end line for another goal kick in this first half, now 15 minutes old. And we've seen a lot of James Anderson on his goal kicks, and again, he is kicking into what is a stiff breeze in his face. See if it affects where this ball ends up, as the Stags are lining up right around the midfield stripe with 5 of their players to the far side. See if Anderson's able to deliver. Wind was taking that one towards the touch line, but the Stags able to recover. Purple Eagles trying to flip this into attack. Almeida's taken down, and it's another foul, and we'll get a set piece for the Purple Eagles. As Almeida will take a look at that latest foul. As you see the contact there and the push in the back. Purple Eagles going to go to the quick start up and try pushing it to the far side, but Stags well positioned as Hasse will clear his line. Barnes to Almeida. One-on-one matched up as he tries going to the end line. That one's taken away, but Niagara's going to get a third corner out of it as Schoberg had that alley shut down, but he was the last to touch, so another opportunity here for the Purple Eagles. Hasse once again will be the one to deliver. Keeps this slow. Obifuna goes up for a touch. Couldn't get to that. Goal kick awarded. The Purple Eagles let that one go over the end line, thinking that maybe they'd get another corner opportunity. As we take a look at that offering from Hasse, you'll see Obifuna go up, and certainly appears that he was the last one that made the touch. Stags an attempt to push this one forward because they were trying to locate a mirror, but Niagara able to take it back at the midfield. Asher Barnes leaves it for Hassey. His attempted centering pass, though, taken away as Sochetti was there. Stags had some numbers forward, but it ends up going over the end touch line. Unable to catch up to that was Cormac Pike. Obifuna looking for Barnes, and he gets the foot up and the contact occurring. Guilty of the foul. Fairfield looking for additional disciplinary action against number 19. But no yellow card forthcoming, I believe. As we're going to have a discussion with the assistant and a free kick awarded to Fairfield, but nothing more after that, as we'll take one look at that contact as you'll see Barnes come in high with the leg on the attempted tackle, and that's a borderline call if you're looking for a card booking, but early on in this first, he'll just get the warning. This Fairfield team, of course, led by their long-tenured head coach and Carl Reese. 27th season with this Fairfield program. And he's taken them to the NCAA's 5 different occasions, with the last one coming in 2017. At one point, this Fairfield soccer program under Reese had a national ranking as they were knocking on the door on the top 10 of the nation, and that's the highest ranking any Fairfield team has ever been. And what was a tremendous year for that Fairfield team. That happened back in 2000. This will go out for a Fairfield throw-in as we'll have our first substitution of the afternoon. Checking into the game for Fairfield will be Lenny Miro. The junior out of Hamburg, Germany.
Fairfield substitution is game number 26, Lenny Miro.
And this type of game has kind of been the lay of the land in the MAC, as a lot of teams being very condensed with a lot of attention of getting all 10 players behind the ball defensively when needed and make life very difficult on the opposing offenses. And right now, both teams executing that game plan to perfection. Purple Eagles have had the better of the looks after generating those 3 corners, but nothing in terms of dangerous opportunities, as neither team with the shot on target as of yet. Purple Eagles with 2 shot attempts. Stags have yet to attempt one. 4 fouls committed by the Purple Eagles, 3 by Fairfield thus far. Niagara looking to add to the total, though, as Almeida's making the run. Tries to cross. This one's still available in the area. Alamari chasing it down. It comes free for a moment, but Fairfield positioned well to come up with this, but the pass ends up at midfield. The Purple Eagles will maintain possession. Acevedo's long through ball won't connect. And that'll result in another goal kick, and Coach Boyle looking for a lot out of some of the players that are going to get extra playing time, with McKenna, Kelly Bow unavailable today, as is Federico Kuje due to 5 yellow cards so far this season, so he'll have to sit this one out. But Coach Boyle in his 7th season hoping to see his team with a little bit more direct and decisiveness in their attack. And try to keep things simple when going against this loaded back end of the Stags as they try pushing it to Barnes, but once again unable to catch up to it. And Anderson's getting the goal kick work out right now in this first half. Almeida with the light touch for Barnes. An attempt in the middle, though, but getting back defensively was Liano. Roach going high, avoids the contact and the whistle. This one will eventually be touched out. Niagara will take the throw-in. Was that one last touch, Alex Marin? Acevedo finds Barnes. He'll push it to the far side. Hassey looking to tee this one up. The low cross comes in, looking for the far post, but it's headed away. Niagara still on the attack with the loose control. Foul called against Fairfield. Is it inside the 18? It is. Or is it just outside? The official is positioned literally right on the 18-yard stripe. And you talk about a game of inches. If that occurs inside the box, we're talking about a PK. We'll let you play official at home and see exactly where this contact occurred. I think the official has a very accurate spot right there just outside the penalty area. So a big moment in this first half as Niagara has the opportunity to draw something up from a dangerous location. You see Alamari, Hassey, and Yildirim lined up over the ball. Stags are using a 5-man wall at the moment as Anderson gets them positioned where he wants them. Now it's Alamari and Hassey, the potential shot or cross takers, as they both back off. Who will take this strike for the Purple Eagles? With less than 20 left to go in the first half. Alamari delivers, and that one's taken out by the wall. Fairfield able to successfully defend on the back end. And the Purple Eagles hit the reset button to get it to Savoni. Obifuna advancing this one, but it'll be a little too heavy for Almeida to catch up to. Looked like Alamari, he got the wall in the air and he was going to try to slide that one underneath towards the near post. But that Fairfield Stag wall of 5 was able to come up with a big block. A very busy day around the conference, as you have Manhattan and Canisius locking horns. 2 o'clock start for St. Peter's and Quinnipiac, along with Iona and Siena, Marist and Ryder, all scheduled for today, with Marist and Ryder the nightcap at 7. This one goes out over the touchline, so Stags will have themselves a throw-in in the midfield area. Yildirim, very little contact that time, but it still draws a whistle, and I think the more devastating contact occurred when Yildirim was trying to skip around the Stags player that went down. Is slowly trying to get up is Alex Salt, the grad student out of Spain. And I think Yildirim might have clipped him with the spike on the way by. We'll take another peek. So there's the initial contact, and not sure what happened there, but Pike is back up, and he says he's fine, but because he was holding his head, the trainer is summoned onto the field to take a look at him. Some of the safety precautions that have to be taken, as the official is explaining this to head coach Reese over there, as Kyle Reese doesn't want to have one of his players off to the side, but he's going to have to wait to re-enter the game. Sure he won't be held out for very long. Juan Pabliano standing over the ball as the Stags might be looking to push this one into the 18-yard, but again, doing it into the wind. Official making sure everything's good to go. Gives it the okay. Stags going to push it back. Purple Eagles quickly get their back line forward. Now the ball comes through. Repine able to steal it. His ball up the near sideline, sent out of play. Juan Pabliano sent that to the Kiernan Center, the newly renovated Kiernan Center, as I hear quite a nice job done over the course of that, as the project took just about 3 years to complete. As the team's now enjoying the benefits of those new facilities. Slowly making it up to the sideline. So this is a location that Emmanuel Obifuna can put it into the 18-yard and make life difficult on the Stags back end. And you can see them collapsing with 9 players inside that box to defend. Obifuna elects to send it to Hassey, who has no one near him. He'll throw the cross in, bending towards the far post. He was looking for the freshman left back as Alberto Sanchez-Cervera was in the area. He went to the turf. No call. Another goal kick for Fairfield. Update in the Manhattan Jaspers game against Canisius. Manhattan, who sits atop the MAC conference, has taken a 1-0 lead in the 30th minute. Canisius comes in 0-4-3, looking for a big win to put them back into playoff contention. Jaspers looking to hang on to that number 1 overall seed and hope to host the MAC championships if they were to reach that point. This did go over the touchline, so the Stags will get a throw in deep in the attacking third. See what they're able to generate off of this. Here comes the long throw. Obifuna with the first touch. Just outside the 18-yard, Yildirim there to push it a little further out. Stags going to the corner, and Hassey absorbs the shove. And the Purple Eagles will get themselves a free kick as Stephen Hassey slow to get up, but he is all right. Did a good job of coming over and cutting off the angle. Was trying to get Niagara a throw in, but because he absorbed the contact, gets a free kick instead, and Savoni can send it on its way. Instead, they keep it low to Hassey. Hassey gets tackled by Marin, and Fairfield able to take over. I thought with Savoni coming out to take that, he might go to the long ball, especially with the breeze at his back, and he's got a very strong right leg to Savoni. Can certainly deliver in the distance. A late whistle as the foul is called as Alex Oliveira was taken down to the turf, and this will give the Stags a chance with a potential set piece. Let's see what the Stags draw up here as they have 5 players lining the 18-yard. This one low. Repine gets the initial touch, and he's going to make sure that there's no corners or anything generated off of that as they'll send it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Fairfield instead. Coach Boyle knew coming into this game that they were going to be taking on a very well-coached team, as he had nothing but praise for Kyle Reese. At one point, Bill Boyle was actually recruited by Kyle Reese in terms of potential coaching opportunities, and so those two have a connection that go way back. Acevedo's offering for Roach will find its way over the touchline. Official backing up the throw. This one makes its way to the middle of the field, as with the volume of players involved, very hard to maintain control. Barnes comes flashing through. Alberto Sanchez Cervera on the slide tackle goes down, as that one certainly got him in the legs, and we're going to have a discussion now. Alex Oliveda, the one being pulled aside. Pike, one of the captains, coming over, but the yellow card has been shown. Our first of the day, as the senior out of Union, New Jersey, will go into the books. Now the repercussions of that tackle put the Purple Eagles with the set piece just on the edge of the attacking third. As we'll get a look at the tackle that brought out the yellow card. And first it was Barnes making a good tackle attempt, but then you can see that one directly into the legs. And Hassey's going to have himself another chance to deliver. First one didn't go as planned. This one from a little bit closer in terms of the free kick opportunities, as you can see what he's looking at as he looks to pick out one of those jerseys in white that'll be attacking the far post. This one an inviting ball. Anderson goes to the punch out as he's able to rise above. Acevedo going to throw this back in the box. Almeida with the touch. A save made by Anderson. Wouldn't have mattered. The flag went up as Almeida was in an offside position. Acevedo, a good look, but a good job by Fairfield getting up on their lines and putting Almeida on the offside. Anderson's goal kick gets caught up in the wind, and it takes it all the way out towards the scorer's area, so the Purple Eagles quickly back in action on the attack. Barnes, the low cross. That one's had out of danger by Schoberg. This will be another throw-in for the Purple Eagles as Obifuna will take on over. He's been pushing the Stags defense back, knowing that he has the ability to get this into dangerous area, so he went to Hassey last time. This time, Hassey's covered, so Obifuna gets this one into the 18-yard. Acevedo's touch will end up going over the end line. Another substitution coming up for Fairfield.
Stag substitution into the game, number 19, Thomas Drillian, for 23, Alex Oliveda.
So Oliveda will come out after receiving that yellow card, and Thomas Strolian will come in, the junior from Auckland, New Zealand. Him and Raymodu, both from Auckland, so make their way to Connecticut and have been consistent contributors on this Fairfield roster. This is a good ball offered forward, but Obi Funa able to get there ahead of two Fairfield attackers. Taking a look at our stats with 9 minutes left to go in the half. Still only those 2 attempted shots so far, both taken by the Purple Eagles. Neither team has hit the goal as of yet. Niagara has generated 3 corners. Stags have yet to have a corner opportunity. Purple Eagles looking to generate from the midfield, and a good shot taken and a diving play by Anderson to keep it from going out. That one actually caught Alamari, I believe, in the back, who was making the run. As Sanchez Cervera was trying to put this through, you see Alamari and 10 flashing through and ended up going off of him or the defender. And what was Niagara's 3rd attempted shot.
Get on it.
Obi Funa's attempt to find Almeida ends up going over the touchline. Another throw in. As you can see, we are under bright blue skies on a terrific October weekend here in Western New York. Glad you're able to tune into this matchup and a game that has huge consequences in terms of seeding going forward towards the MAC championships, as these two teams will each have 3 games remaining after today. So still time to recover if they come out on the wrong end. Purple Eagles very happy that 3 of their last 4 games are here on their home turf, as they've had success at home. Last year, up until the playoffs, were undefeated here at home. So far this season in conference play, they're 1-0-1. Barnes trying to make this run, but it carries over the touchline. It'll be a throw-in for the Stags in their defensive third. A look at the women's side of things between these two schools is Fairfield hosting the Purple Eagles in Connecticut, and they are still tied at 2, entering the 74th minute of play. Twice Fairfield had 1-goal leads, twice the Purple Eagles able to erase in a tight affair. Purple Eagles outside the penalty area. The chip looking for Almeida. A good look made that time by Sanchez Cervera, but just a little too tall for Almeida as he tried climbing the ladder. You see the location there. There's a good bending ball towards that far post, but just a little too high for Almeida to get to. Anderson makes sure to keep this one lower, but still get hung up on the wind as Alamari emerges. They'll play the advantage, and he let one go from a surprising distance, trying to catch Anderson off guard, but he just missed the target. See a ongoing discussion with the official and some of the players there about the call that was looking to occur on. Here's a chance for the Stags to potentially go on the counterattack. Obi Funa got the first block, and then a foul occurred, and Niagara will get possession back. And the Purple Eagles certainly have had the greater share of possession in this first half. Hasn't resulted in any goals on the scoreboard, but they've certainly kept Fairfield on their heels and forced them to play a lot of defense so far, but Fairfield's absorbed it. and keep this a scoreless game as Almeida tried pushing this to the far side, but Asher Barnes blew a tire out there, and it results in a throw in. Another foul called on Fairfield will give the Purple Eagles a set piece. As we have just under 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Scoreless between Fairfield and Niagara as Hasse stands over another free kick opportunity. He takes aim, delivers the long ball towards the goal, and Anderson will escort that one over the bar. As Hasse gave that one a ride. Again, Anderson's kick ends up going out of bounds, and the Purple Eagles will take advantage with the throw-in in midfield, and that certainly hurt the possession of Fairfield so far in this first half, not being able to connect on any of those goal kicks, as Niagara's been able to regain control right around midfield, and now Obifuna set the throw one in. Takes a bounce in the penalty area, knocked out. And the Purple Eagles will have to take another throw-in in front of the Stags bench. These two schools locking horns on the pitch between both the men's and women's soccer teams. Are also on the hardwood in women's volleyball, and that one's tied up at one set apiece, as well as every matchup, 3 in all between these two schools, are all tied up. We're in a scoreless tie here nearing the end of the first half. Under 2 minutes left as Yildirim pushes it to the outside. Pass doesn't connect, and it'll be deemed to be a Purple Eagles throw-in once again. Scoreless here, 2-2 in women's soccer and 1-1 in terms of sets in volleyball. Ovifuna's ready to take aim. Let's see if he pushes it to the back end to get across that way, or if he's going to do it himself. He lets loose. Elamari pushes it forward. Acevedo, the chip shot, and that one's knocked out by Anderson, and it'll be the fourth quarter kick for the Purple Eagles this half. Take a look at that build-up off the throw-in. Elamari, the good touch. Acevedo going to try to attempt that short side, but Anderson well positioned as the Purple Eagles, their fourth corner of the half, would like to connect on this effort and take a lead into the locker room as we have 50 seconds and counting left to go. All four corners from that far side of the field. Keeps this one low, does Hasse. Couple players had a look at it, unable to put anything towards the goal, and then a foul called against Niagara will bring a conclusion to that attack. Anderson in no particular hurry to get his team on the attack, as he will watch the final 10 seconds or so tick on down to triple zeros, and the two teams will head to the half scoreless. The difference is we've seen the wind have an advantage and an effect in this one in terms of the goal kicks. It'll be the Purple Eagles who will be headed into that stiff breeze in the second half. But we have an intense milk halftime show between now and then. We'll take a look at the numbers again, review the standings within the MAC conference, and take another trip around the out-of-town scoreboard. Scoreless after 45 between Fairfield and Niagara. We'll be back in a moment on the Niagara Sports Network. Take a look at the numbers right now through half number one. Purple Eagles with 5 shots taken, 2 of them hitting the target, and they generated 4 corners in half number one. They had 8 fouls committed with 1 offside. On the other side for the Stags, weren't able to generate a shot on goal or a shot attempt, as they're showing zeros in those statistical categories with no corners awarded as well. They committed 7 fouls and have 1 yellow card, as Alex Oliveda was booked for a tackle in that first half. 2 saves for James Anderson, as he is currently your MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Had 2 shutouts last week and 2 victories on their home field, did the Stags, as he had 3 saves against St. Peter's and then 4 against Canisius to help guide this squad to those first 2 for those 2 wins last week, and it put them 3-3 in the conference for Fairfield after that 1-3 start, and put them right into the mix in terms of trying to get into the top 4. And that is what is huge in terms of the result of this outing, is a team looking to try to get themselves a home quarterfinal game. Mentioned these 2 schools hooking up in 3 different matchups this afternoon. We have our first final of the day as the Fairfield Stags women's team found the go-ahead marker in the 81st minute, and they were able to make that stand up. Fairfield's women's soccer team, who sits atop of the MAC in a close battle with Quinnipiac, able to take 3 points off the 3rd place Purple Eagles. Fairfield with that victory, I believe, has clinched the top seed and has won the right to host the championship game if they are to make it that far. Long way to go yet, but on the women's side, the MAC Championship's right around the corner, as the quarterfinal round will get started on October 30th, as Niagara has 1 regular season game remaining on their schedule on the women's side. Still a little bit longer of a regular season for the men's draw, as these 2 teams will wrap up their regular season on November 2nd. Conditions pretty much the same as when we started. Bright sunny skies. No chance of precipitation in this one, as we've been under blue skies all day. In terms of the temperature, high 60s, tipping into the low 70s. That breeze still going strong from right to left as Alamari enters the 18-yard. Alamari unable to get the shot. A follow-up from Barnes, and he just missed as that one deflected. A good play defensively by the Stags as Barnes was looking to find the top corner, a corner kick for the Purple Eagles. There's a block that occurred, and here comes Barnes. And that one went off the defender, who got out there just in time, because Barnes had a terrific look at it from about 13 yards out. 5th corner of the afternoon for the Purple Eagles upcoming. Trying to get one of these to pay off and get themselves an advantage on the board. Hasse bending towards the goal, punched free, and it'll end up going just wide, and it'll be with the Purple Eagles once again, as Anderson, I believe, had the initial touch. As we'll take one more look at that attempted corner on the far post. You see a couple of Purple Eagles going up for it. Unable to direct that towards the goal, but a nice play made by James Anderson. Purple Eagles now with a half dozen corners, as this is number 6, bending towards the net once again. Almeida heads it down, still free in the 6-yard, and Anderson able to find the handle as he goes to the turf quickly. And once again, Fairfield able to keep the Purple Eagles at bay despite conceding now 6 different corner opportunities. As a rule of thumb, you like to try to convert on around 1 of 4 or 5, 25 to 20% success rate, but right now Fairfield has done a good job of limiting the opportunities off the corners. Barnes making the run. Gets around one defender, but then it ended up eluding him. It'll go out for a throw-in for Fairfield. Yildirim will get a touch high in the air. Pabliano trying to advance it. Purple Eagles able to shut that down. Sanchez Cervera lost it, but there was no one forward for Fairfield. Only 3 across the back line for Niagara, so they'll take over possession once again. Hassey looking for the long ball. That one's headed out of danger by Schoberg. This one will bend out of bounds. Purple Eagles will have to defend against the throw around midfield. Cormac Pike, one of the players wearing the yellow captain's band today for Fairfield, trying to push it forward off the throw, but it's Alamari who ends up with it. Was trying to navigate through. Alex Salt ended up losing his footing, and he ended up making a good defensive play as he broke up the attack of the Purple Eagles. Went down in a fortunate location. That one takes a big hop. They're trying to get it to Drillian, but unable to connect. Almeida looking to spring Barnes, but that one's knocked down as Pike took the lane away. Drillian gets the first touch. Looking for the return pass as Stochetti is taking a peek, and that one goes off of Fairfield, and it'll be a Purple Eagles goal kick. Good defense on the back end by Niagara. As Obi Funa, the primary defender, able to get that one out without touching it and conceding the corner. And Purple Eagles going to keep this one on the ground to Repine. And this Purple Eagles back line that got reconstructed with the absence of McKenna so far have combined to do fairly well. As Repine and Acevedo and Almeida, Obi Funa making up the 3-man primary defense. Fairfield hoping to test those 2 defenders as they make their way into the attacking third, and Hassey comes over to get a touch and force a throw-in. Pike, the 5th-year player out of Somerset, England, will come over to take this throw and try to put it in a dangerous location. Let's see what he elects to do. Puts it into the penalty area. Purple Eagles quickly get it out. Almeida will take over and a move to the middle. Trying to get the attack going. He has Barnes. Elects to go to his left. Sanchez Cervera will pick it up there. Looking for the cross for Almeida. That one's available in the box still. And now it's swiped out. As Pablo Ciano able to get that out to midfield, and the Purple Eagles will look to build up their attack again from the back end. Coach Boyle saying one way that senior goalkeeper Josh Savoni can help out this back line with the new look is make sure he's being very clear with his directions and consistently communicating with those three and sometimes 5 wide, but right now they're watching Alamari on the attack once again. Lost the handle. Barnes will pick up where he left off. Chips it forward for Alamari. Lets it go low. Anderson the save. Still free as Almeida gets a touch. It'll go out for a goal kick. Take another look at that latest attack for the Purple Eagles. Here's the attempted shot, and Anderson able to get low and make the save, and Almeida draw some contact, so the foul is called. Niagara's best look so far in this one was that latest opportunity. Barnes had a terrific look earlier in this half, but it was well defended. And then Anderson loses his balance. He can't touch the ball in the 18-yard after he slipped, but recovering in time is Pablo Ciano, and they'll put it out for a throw as the Turf Monster bites again. Seen that happen a few times today to both squads. Obifuna looking to flip the attack to the far side. Barnes takes over. Going to try a long strike, but that one's denied by Stochetti. Yildirim getting extended playing time with some opportunity, pushes it outside. Now the cross comes in, bending towards the far post, but no one home for Niagara. And the Stags will now look to try to get a counterattack with Drolian, but well played by Repine and Savoni to deny that. Foul on that 50-50 ball as Alamari had a Stags player climb up on his back, so that's the whistle. Niagara will keep possession. Purple Eagles down 3 potential players. We know for sure 2 starters unavailable, and they've really shortened up the bench as of late as they've only utilized about 3 subs per outing. So far, they've gone with the same starting 11 as we're now 56 minutes into the contest and keeping that same group out there. Barnes looking to chase this one down, putting pressure on the back end and Pike. Barnes boxing out, a move to the middle, sets it up for Alamari, spins away from one, pushes it outside. Sanchez Cervera on the perimeter of the penalty area, lets it go, and that one was headed towards that near post, but Anderson able to dive into action and make a save. Good build-up by the Purple Eagles and the opportunity here. 2 goals on the season for the freshman left back, and he was looking for 3, but a good save made by Anderson. Purple Eagles now with corner number 7. A low offering, still free in the box, dribbling towards the goal, and another terrific save made by Anderson. He denies Yildirim, who was right on the doorstep. Anderson comes sliding in and denies the opening goal of the contest. Hassey with the delivery. He comes to the far side, and Yildirim was there and went to put it home, and Anderson came flashing across to make a quality stop. Another entry by the Purple Eagles. Flag goes up, though. This will be offside against the Niagara attackers. Niagara getting closer and closer with their attempts here in the second half as they've had a couple looks inside the box. That one inside the 6-yard. That pass not going to connect from Pike. It'll be a Purple Eagle throw in. As we cross the 32-minute mark.
Well done.
Yildirim gonna push this to the far side. Niagara's gonna slow down the attack though. Now they get it to the outside. Sanchez Cervera taking a peek. Lets the cross go. That's knocked out on the outside, but corner number 8 forthcoming for the Purple Eagles as Oliveda shut that down. Hassey will be set to deliver once again. 8 assists for Stephen Hassey. This in his senior season. Trying to add to that total. Bending towards the goal. Almeida the touch. It's at the line, but it's stopped. Joseph Stochetti was well positioned on that near post, and the Purple Eagles are thwarted once again. Another good corner look, but couldn't connect. Obifuna puts this one into the 18-yard. Almeida got the first touch. Stags will send it on its way. It'll be a throw-in for the Niagara. Let's see where Obifuna elects to throw this one. That one took a turn towards the box. This one goes on through. Purple Eagles looking for a penalty inside the 18-yard, but they won't get it. Barnes thought he was fouled, so did the Niagara bench. They won't get the benefit of a PK, though. Alamari keeping Niagara on the attack as he swims his way by one, continues his run, loses his footing as he goes down on the ball. That was a tough landing. It's going to be a foul against the Stags and a set piece from an interesting location. It's very possible that Alamari might have got the wind knocked out of him when he fell on top of the ball. We'll take a look at the foul committed at the tail end. Alamari still trying to get to 2 feet as he's shaking off the effects of that last tackle. Again, the Purple Eagles going with the same starting 11 so far. And Hassey will deliver once again. A little bit closer to the goal than a corner kick by about 10 yards or so. As they'll march off the paces to move the wall on back. That wall right now just consisting of Alex Oliveda. Hassey takes a look. He has Barnes out high as an option short, just to the left off the screen. Will he go there, or will he attempt to put another one through? Bending towards the goal. Anderson will punch it out. Alamari tangling with Stochetti. Purple Eagles Barnes going to let that one go over the touch line. Purple Eagles will maintain possession with the throw. Niagara multiple chances in this second half. Just haven't been able to get one by, whether it's been Anderson making a couple of great saves or the defenders well positioned on the post. When Stochetti denied the Purple Eagles, Hassey unable to control this though, and Fairfield will take over. Not before they make a switch in personnel though.
Fairfield substitution into the game, number 13.
Mark Tirotho will come out.
For 16, Mark Tirotho.
Checking in for Fairfield will be Joseph Lazowski, the senior out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey, where he attended Christian Brothers Academy. Fairfield looking to find the ball on their foot for a little while here, as the Purple Eagles once again have had the greater portion of the possession. In that first half, Niagara, 50% of their possession within the half was in the attacking 25% of the field. But right now it's Fairfield building up the attack as they push it to the perimeter. Now looking to flip it to the middle. They find Shochetti. Shochetti will go to the perimeter on the far side. Return pass into the middle. Attempted cross there, and the 6-yard Yildirim sent to defend. That one's still in the field of play. And then Acevedo got pushed in the back, and it hit his arm. The Stags are claiming it's a handball. Acevedo's claiming he was fouled, though, in the act, and that's why the handball occurred. And indeed, it will be a penalty kick awarded to Fairfield. Acevedo thought for sure he was the one that was fouled, as you see his arm go up after the contact. But it'll put Raz Amir in the PK spot with 5 goals and 5 assists this season. The leading scorer of the Stags has an opportunity here to get his team a lead. Officials, though, still talking things over, so nothing definitive as of yet. Again, there was some contact made between the Stags player and Acevedo. And the Purple Eagles trying to win that claim, but as of right now, they have the ball set up on the PK line, but the officials still checking. Push in the back is the call. They'll reverse the PK. And Coach Boyle, when I had his pregame chat, I mentioned that we haven't had a Josh Savoni PK save this year. And he goes, I'm just okay with that. I don't want to see any PKs against this group. And so far he's been able to avoid that a little bit longer. When you talk to Coach Boyle, he is not shy about singing the praises of his senior goalkeeper. Believes he's atop the MAC in terms of a skill set, but sometimes gets overlooked because of the limited numbers he sees, and he's not your prototypical goalkeeper. As Savoni, more of a technically sound and very nimble on that back line, as he stands 5'8", and then you have someone like Anderson who's at 6'1", and Christopher Kinsey, who's one of the backup goalkeepers, is 6'4". But Niagara, including their freshman backup and Jamie Berry, feel that they have 2 amazing keepers on their roster. Obi Funa going to be whistled for the tackle. Thought he had carried through and got the ball. Official says no, he got contact on the body, so a foul called against the Niagara defender. Again, a quality crowd on hand with this terrific weather here. Stags again bringing a good contingency per usual. Again, a lot of them making their way across the Rainbow Bridge and the Lewiston Porter to make their way to campus today. Three players from Ontario on this Stags roster, and this is the closest they will play to home. So a great opportunity for those families to make their way. Here comes a cross for Fairfield. Hassey will get the final touch, and the Stags will have their first corner of the matchup. So the Purple Eagles have had 8 opportunities on corners, but the Stags have found a way to keep it out. Can Fairfield take advantage of their first? Here it comes, bending towards the goal, high in the air, headed out of the 18-yard. Stags still on the attacking foot as they throw it back into the box, bending towards the par post. That one's popped up in the air, and Savoni will find the handle. Drelian got the final touch on that one on the near post. Savoni forced into action as he's seen limited attack. Has to stay sharp. Roach gets a touch. He and Yildirim playing a lot of minutes in that midfield with Repine and Acevedo moving to the back line. And again, the Purple Eagles still with their starting 11 out there. As here comes the long ball for Barnes. Barnes settles behind, takes a look to see who he has, end line cross, trying to find the far side. Is making the run with Alberto Sanchez Cervera, but couldn't connect. Acevedo is going to use Savoni all the way on the back end. Savoni again going to keep this one on the ground. You can see the wind even in the players' jerseys as Almeida gets by one. Almeida pushes into the box. Here comes the low cross. That one's sent away back defensively with Schoberg, but the Purple Eagles now with corner number 9 on the afternoon. And the Stags have a couple players that are in difficulty right now. You have Alex Salt. Looks like he's trying to stretch out a calf cramp potentially. And then also in the 18-yard box, you have Juan Pablo Ciano, who's currently also in difficulty, as we'll take a look at that latest build-up as Almeida puts this one low and through. And there's the defense, and not sure what occurred. Probably a couple cramps out there as trying to get hydrated is Alex Salt, the grad student on the Spain, and Juan Ciano, the sophomore out of Guadalajara, Mexico. And they're taking a look at the right leg, or excuse me, the left leg, trying to stretch that out. This stops the clock with 23:46 left to go in this second half in what is a scoreless tie as of right now. Taking a look at some of the numbers, Purple Eagles dominant in terms of attempts and shots on goal. As right now, Niagara has attempted 12 shots towards the target, 7 of them on goal, 7 saves credited to Anderson, matches the total he made last week in 2 contests in which he earned the honor of Defensive Player of the Week. 10 corners, this being the 10th for Niagara, 1 for Fairfield, as they'll bring Pablo Ciano off to the side, so he won't be in to defend against this corner kick. And at 6'2", the sophomore is key around that net frame. He won't be available in the 6-yard. Hassey and Alamari in that far corner. As they survey their options. Hassey delivers, bending towards the goal. Rising above, though, was Drelian. Stags looking to go on the quick counterattack. Trying to push numbers forward as they go down that far sideline, but Cameron Roach is there, and that's the reason Cam Roach is in this lineup, is his consistent effort and speed and his work in the defensive end and getting the Purple Eagles possession back. All-out effort from number 8, and he's being rewarded with big minutes in this important contest.
Stag substitution is game number 15, Dylan Medeiros for 2, Alex Salt.
So Salt's going to check out, and Dylan Medeiros will check in. Medeiros, a freshman out of Connecticut. As this one approaches the end line, Obifuna will make sure it ends up going over for an Niagara goal kick. Finishing up some of the stats. Again, one shot attempt for the Stags. That did hit the target with one corner attempted. 2 yellow cards in this one, both issued to Fairfield, as the Stags had committed 10 fouls to Niagara's 9. Purple Eagles caught offside twice in this one. Fairfield has not been called for an offside infraction as of yet. Another throw-in from the far side for the Purple Eagles as Acevedo launches this one. Purple Eagles wearing a new set of kits today with these white uniforms with the black numbers in front. Switching up their look here at home for what is the 4th game, or 5th game in conference, 6, as they're 4 away from the finish line. And a yellow card has been issued to the bench. So our 3rd yellow card of the game goes to the Fairfield Brain Trust over there, as that'll get a warning issued. Not sure, I believe it was one of the assistant coaches that got that card. And as this will be another Niagara throw-in as they make their way slowly up to the attacking 3rd. It wasn't Kyle Reese who received that card. As Alamari touches this one to Barnes. Back to Alamari. Flag goes up, though. Purple Eagles, for the 3rd time, caught offside. Yildirim trying to dribble his way out of trouble. Got pulled. Play on, says the official. In the middle, Stags trying to build the attack. Drillian has it. Long offering, and it just skips on wide of the near post. Good accuracy displayed on this one from a bit of distance as he spun. Got a good shot off, but just missed the left post. Mentioned how James Anderson has played every minute this season for this Fairfield squad, this being his 15th start. Came in with over 1,200 minutes played, as Savoni will find that back in his grasp. And it's certainly a big increase in terms of workload for Anderson, as last year he started 5 games and had a shutout in one of those 5 starts, but this year, taking over the reins, and he hasn't let him go, because he's been very solid all season long. Roach now has it. Alamari with it. Yildirim will take over, makes a move to the outside, now pushing it as he's making the run himself, trying to get around the defender. A good tackle made, though. Dylan Medeiros able to get down low as the freshman puts that one out. It'll be a throw-in, not a corners. It went out on the left side of the flag. Purple Eagles throw-in. Alamari loses possession on the tackle. Purple Eagles stay with it. Roach gets it to Barnes. Barnes lets loose. That one's blocked aside by Pike. Pike trying to chase this down. And now we have a whistle as the flag went up. And it looks like it'll be a free kick for Fairfield. Now, interesting choice here by Fairfield. I know they have the wind in the back, but we've seen Anderson slip once and put a couple short. And from where he is on the field, if that were to happen, he'd be in a bad location to try to recover, but this one's delivered cleanly to the midfield area. Foul committed as Stochetti was infringed upon. It'll be a free kick for Fairfield. as we approach 18 minutes left to go in half number 2. Stags haven't been able to build up the attack in terms of their possession today. Have an opportunity to do so here, but Purple Eagles back end steal it, but Almeida unable to control. They're going to bring that throw in back and force the player a little bit closer to the midfield stripe. Leveda will send this down the far sideline. Takes a hop. Yildirim in there. Foul called as the flag goes up, and the Stags will have a free kick just outside the attacking third. Viggo Sjöberg, the grad student from Sweden, comes on over. Looks like he's going to put this in with the left foot and try to bend this to the left of Savoni and the right of his attackers. Delivers a hard ball. Savoni gets a piece, it's free, and they score! What a turn of events for Fairfield as they throw a long ball into the 18-yard box. As we'll take a look at the replay here as Five throws it in off the crossbar. And there to finish it off was Joseph Lazowski, the senior, who was just recently inserted to the game, his second of the season. Has his team up by 1 with 16:19 on the clock. And once again, we've talked about how the Purple Eagles have played so well in terms of possession and conceded so little, but one lapse and it ends up in their net. And we see a prime example of that here, as Fairfield, with those limited chances, able to strike as Lazowski puts it into the net. Sjöberg will draw an assist on the free kick. For Sjöberg, that's his second assist of the season. Savoni will come well out, puts it up the middle. Obifuna able to count things down. Again, the Purple Eagles have gone with this starting 11 the whole way, as we are under 16 minutes left to go, and you wonder if they'll continue with that strategy, if they'll look to see to get some fresh legs off the bench if needed to aid in the attack and to find the equalizer. Savoni will find the handle here.
Pressure. That's it. Good work.
Repine finds Almeida. Flag is down. Almeida finds the side of the net as he tried going short side. A terrific ball that time by Jason Repine as he put it over the top. As you see the delivery there, and Almeida in the onside position when that was released. That initial touch, though, put him on an angle that was difficult to find some room, and he ends up putting it just wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Fairfield. Ball still available to either squad. Eventually goes out for Fairfield throw right in front of the Niagara bench. This Fairfield team looking to string 3 wins in a row. They opened up conference play with a 1-0 defeat of Mount St. Mary's, but then dropped their next 3. As the Fairfield bench looking for a foul as they were trying to spring a mirror, but the official says play on. After those 3 defeats in a row for Fairfield, they answered back with those 2 clean sheets that got Anderson the weekly honors. Put them right back into the mix at 3-3 in the conference and trying to find win number 4. And they're positioned to do just that with 13.5 left to go in half number 2. Stags win it back in the middle. They'll push it to the far side. Amir catches up to it on the end line. He'll throw across to the post. Savoni able to locate that one. And Savoni quickly gets the Purple Eagles back on the attack as he rolls it out for Hassey. Barnes trying to make a run, but back to defend was Schoberg. And then finishing it off was Pike as he launched that upfield. Obifuna misplayed. Savoni's going to come out and head that away as Amir was the last player back. Fairfield will have a throw-in, though, in the attacking third. Only player over there to take the throw-in, though, is wearing a white Purple Eagles jersey. No particular hurry. They'll stop the clock with 12:17. As the Stags were certainly taking their time. 12:24 will be the adjusted time. Along the boundary, a move towards the middle. Now they leave it. Julian trying to get free, and that'll be a Purple Eagles throw-in. Stags get it back, though. Julian doing a good job of taking time off the clock over in the corner, and Fairfield will maintain possession. Dylan Medeiros will handle the throw-in duties as he gets it to Julian. This one chested down. Mirho, his attempt to pass won't find the mark. Savoni has it, and he'll attempt to get Niagara out on the attack in a hurry. Hassey, surveying his options, will flip the attack over to the far side as Jordan Acevedo will take over. This one looking up the middle. Barnes, surrounded by red jerseys, unable to come up with it as Schoberg's there to swipe it away. Obifuna gaining position. Looking for Hassey, can't connect. Repine puts this to the far side of the field. Nobody over there for either team. Eventually he'll go out for a Fairfield throw-in. Right in front of head coach Bill Boyle, again in his 7th season leading this Niagara program. Stags, after a couple Purple Eagles touches, find possession, but Niagara gets it right back. But they end up giving it back to Fairfield as they try to push it inside the box. Making the run this time is Amir. Amir trying to leave it for Julian, but Obifuna terrific defensive play to take it away, but then his pass will go out over the touch line. And Fairfield, which had very little possession throughout this matchup, now that Niagara needs the equalizer, they've taken control of possession as the Purple Eagles have found it difficult to build up an attack in the last 10 minutes or so. This will go out for a goal kick, though. Imagine Savoni will quickly keep this on the ground to Repine. Exactly what he does is Repine will carry up this near sideline, let the long ball go, but that was easily defended that time by Lazowski, who currently has our lone marker, his second of the season, has Fairfield out in front by 1. Almeida will advance this. Barnes, though, just surrounded by red jerseys. He had 4 defenders in and around him, so he was unable to make a direct run to get to that ball. Repine looking for Almeida, can't connect, comes to the middle. Lazowski throws it high in the air. A couple touches by both squads until Hassey settles things down. Acevedo to take over on the far side for the attack. Looking for Alamari, can't connect though. So Chetty was there. And Lazowski will finish the job of getting it out of the defensive third. Under 8 minutes now remaining as this pass also goes out for a Stags throw. Another ball sent out, and Fairfield's quite content with this right now as the time continues to bleed off the clock and the ball not in play, and they're able to just utilize time off the clock as they stop it now at 7:24. Once again, it goes out for another Stags throw-in, but first we'll have a substitution for them. Stephen Perno set the check in as the sophomore from New Hyde Park, New York, will enter this lineup. Medeiros is the player that comes off. There's the Stags on the perimeter of the penalty area. Now throw one towards the middle, no one home. The Purple Eagles with a lot of numbers back, but they'll try to push the pace to Barnes. That one's headed right back, though, by Schoberg. Yildirim trying to continue the run, unable to do so. This one's going to go all the way to the end line. Savoni elects to keep it in play, and now he'll pick it on up. Repine pushing it forward. Purple Eagles trying to win one of these 50-50s, but the Stags have been doing a good job of doing just that. Acevedo now up the middle of the pitch. Foul called? No. Offside called against the Purple Eagles as the flag went up. Again, Niagara going with the starting 11, as these 11 players will be going the distance as they try to find one. They've had a lot of good looks, especially in this second half. But Anderson, some key saves, and some good positioning have kept Niagara's offense off the board despite having to face 10 corner kicks and a few other dangerous free kicks on set pieces. But Niagara's just inches or yards sometimes away from getting that goal. 5 minutes left. Barnes finds the touch, but he loses control as Pike takes it right on back. A little give and go action between Drillian and Amir, but back is Obi Funa. And then Savoni's kick will take this one out of bounds, and Fairfield will have themselves a throw-in.
Go Fairfield. No foul. Well done. That's ours.
Yildirim tried leaving it there. Acevedo there to bail him out. Purple Eagles, though, will now find some possession as Obi Funa launches to the far side. Chested down neatly. Sanchez Cervera looking for an outlet. It goes out for a Niagara throw-in. As they start to get numbers a little bit forward, 3:45 on the clock. Elamari takes it in stride. And that one will be touched out, and the Purple Eagles will have another throw-in. They're going to push a lot of numbers forward now. 8 in all will enter the penalty area, with Cameron Roach being the lone player to stand on back. And even he's a little bit more forward than usual as Savoni is at midfield. Here comes Hassey's delivery, bending towards the goal. It's headed out. Alamari will leave it for Roach. Barnes able to get back in time to keep the Purple Eagles in possession. And now a stoppage of the clock as there's a player down for Fairfield, and currently down once again is Juan Pablo Ciano. We saw him earlier in some difficulty, and you can see right now he's trying to shake this off, and the way they're bending the legs, you would have to imagine he's trying to work something out in the hamstring or quad area. Gives the thumbs up that he's all right, set to go. Purple Eagles using this timeout as a strategy session as they gathered up near their bench and huddled up to discuss what their attack will look like for the next 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Official has the ball in his hand as he marches it to the Niagara side of midfield. Everyone gets set for the restart. And we're back underway. Repine quickly throws it in the other direction. And quickly it's sent right back out. Stags trying to bend one through. Alamari able to deny. Now he's looking to get one to Almeida, but stepping up was Pike to take it away. And the Stags will send it all the way into the Niagara defensive third. It'll take a big hop off the turf as Savoni gathers it up.
That's it, a bit of pressure. That's ours. Get it over here.
Stags win the ball back at midfield. When they keep Niagara from getting numbers forward as Obi Funa got taken down. They'll play the advantage, and then another tackle foul, and the Purple Eagles have themselves a free kick. But right now, Emmanuel Obi Funa is in a lot of difficulty as a yellow card has also come out on the second tackle that occurred. This pauses the clock at 2:16 as Obi Funa is back on his feet, as he will join his teammates trying to work out what he's going through on his right leg, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. You see him hopping through your screens right there with the limp. Almari and Hassey. It'll be Hassey who will deliver. 7 options in the penalty area now for Niagara as they look to find the late equalizer. 8 assists on the year for Hassey. Does he have one more in terms of late heroics here in this matchup? Delivers a low driving ball, fading in the wind. Barnes gets the first touch. That one comes out of the box. Acevedo with Barnes trying to find Acevedo again on the perimeter of the end line. Carries it low, and Acevedo gets his team a corner kick. Hassey again, set to deliver. Keeps this one low. There's a push of Repine. Repine basically got tackled on the play, but it wasn't close enough to the ball location to draw a whistle. To make a penalty kick call on that would have been tough, as it wasn't close to where the play was occurring, but certainly was a foul. Getting back on side are the Stags. Amir making the run. Amir's going to go with the chip, and that one is high over the net. Taking a look at that last Purple Eagles corner attempt. And you see the push in the back there. No call was forthcoming. Final 60 seconds for the Purple Eagles to try to find one goal to tie things up. Savoni will catch that one along the end line. They'll put all numbers forward that they can. He delivers down this near sideline. Stags get the first touch. Almeida the second. Fairfield will win the throw-in. 30 seconds to work with. Stags in no particular hurry as they throw this in from the hands of Pike. Good chip through. Elmir coming in on goal. A move to the middle. Strikes Savoni the save. But the Purple Eagles will see the final 10 seconds of clock run off. The Fairfield Stags have made the trip up to Niagara from Fairfield, Connecticut, and they've put together their third straight clean sheet as James Anderson continues his shutout streak, and his team has now won their 4th conference matchup behind the 7 saves that he made in today's contest. Your lone goal in this one came from Fairfield in this second half as they were able to use a set piece. It took a funny house bounce inside the 18-yard, bounced up, hit the crossbar, and Joseph Lazowski was there to finish off the play as he gets his 2nd of the season. It's a game-winning goal. Vigo Schoberg gets the assist, and I just wanted really one more opportunity to say Vigo Schoberg, as that's a terrific Swedish name. You see the Stags celebrating as they've come up with 3 points in a pivotal road contest. As we take a look at the upcoming road for these two teams, first for Fairfield, they are going to be on the road against Iona on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. They will again be on the road the following Saturday, a week from today, a 7 o'clock start at Marist. They wrap up their regular season on November 2nd with a home game against Siena. For the Purple Eagles, their upcoming schedule looks like this. They will be back on this field again Wednesday afternoon, 2 o'clock, as they play host to Marist. They then head to Manhattan, who currently sits atop the MAC table, for a matchup 1 week from today that's set for a noon kickoff against the Jaspers. And then the Purple Eagles will welcome in the Quinnipiac Bobcats for a 2 o'clock start on November 2nd to finish up their regular season. That finishes up our broadcast this afternoon. Fairfield victorious. My thanks to the great students here on camera. We've been under the direction of Michael Loss as he's been bringing you all these shots and replays. I'm Frank L. We thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Purple Eagles Soccer on the Niagara Sports Network.